What's up, guys, and welcome. You are watching Fazi Fitness. Ever since Classic Physique was created in 2016, Steve Laureus is one of the best physique that stepped on the stage. We saw him compete at the Olympia only once throughout his career. That was in 2018, where he placed 7th. We don't know what is the real issue with him. I mean, this guy should have been in the top 5 every year considering his amazing structure. Maybe it is the lack of motivation after not being able to peak properly in any show after 2020. Because I can clearly recall he was a close runner-up at the Arnold Classic 2019, which was his career's best look. But he chose to sit out of the Olympia that year to make improvements. He came back in Arnold Classic 2020 and he didn't look half as good and he placed 3rd. He did 2 shows in 2021, Tampa and Texas Pro, and he was far from his best and therefore he failed to qualify for the Olympia. The one thing that is exciting about his journey from here on is that Hani Rambod, one of the greatest coaches in bodybuilding history, is coaching him. And that's why he is looking so lean right now with no competition in sight. He will most probably return for the Arnold Classic next year. Wesley just started his prep for the Arnold Classic UK. This will be his first competition since the Olympia, where he was unable to crack top 10. He hasn't been impressive in any of the 3 years when he stepped on the Olympia stage. And when he was coming up in Classic, people went as far as saying that Wesley will have a real shot at the title against Chris Bumstead. Don't get me wrong, he has a great physique. He always looks great standing alone in the gym or even on stage. But when he stands next to a guy with smaller waist, his flaws are easily exposed. He went as high as 284 pounds at the peak of his offseason. That is just wild for a classic physique guy. With a great coach in his corner for this year, hopefully he brings something special to Arnold Classic stage. Sibusiso Kotelo kept himself covered up throughout this prep. We didn't saw much in terms of physique updates, but the man has been putting in work to earn the Olympia qualification next week at Monster Gym Pro Show. There is a mutual consensus that he would have been easily in the top 3 or even higher if he showed up at the prejudging at Arnold Classic Brazil. Unfortunately, that didn't happen. Call it Redemption+Steve, as he is fired up to show a much better and improved package here. I see no big names other than the former Olympian truly competing here at this show. So Sibu has a great chance of winning his first pro show and get the Olympia qualification. Keone Pearson is on his way to bring his best version yet, and he is enjoying the process. In the scenario of Derek Lunsford switching to Open Bodybuilding this year, just because he wants to, and to be clear, I am not the one saying that. It was stated by Nick Walker to Hani Rambod in the podcast. Here is a clip.
And I'll tell you this, he tells me he'll do whatever you tell him to do, but I know he wants to be in the Open.
Yeah, I do know he wants to be in the Open.
If that happens, there is gonna be so much excitement in both open bodybuilding as well as 212. For the 212, the guys like Keone Pearson will know that the title is wide open for anyone to take it, and they will bring everything to the table. For open bodybuilding, Lunsford will be the biggest wild card, who can shock the bodybuilding world and place top 5. Now, Keone is one of the most genetically gifted athletes we have ever seen, and he is confident that he will nail the one thing that has been holding him back: the conditioning. Hit the thumbs up button if you liked the video and smash the subscribe button if you wanna come back for more. Thanks for watching.